are that point, that touch point where people are going to determine, it's a defining moment where they're going to determine what are we going to do? Let's go forward. Now, 82% of respondents have stopped doing business with an organization due to poor customer experience. Amazing to me. And people will explain or share their frustration in different ways.
I'm going to use that.
There's different ways. This is actually my son. No, I didn't know this person, but people are going to express themselves in a certain way. The most fearful way is my good friend Sam Walton. Actually, I've never met Sam, but I just wanted to impress you all just for a minute. Sam Walton says most customers will just walk away without saying anything. That's the thing that I fear. If we don't wow them, if we don't grab their attention, the one thing I want us to focus on in customer service is wowing our customer. And I'm going to break that down into some ways where it's not a predictable presentation like, I've heard this, I've seen this. I'm going to stir your thinking. We're going to get a little bit of interaction here. Wow experiences. And I'm going to dare to say that you've been wired from the beginning of time that you actually have a need, an internal need to wow people. That you're not going to be as happy with your life unless you're working to wow other people. So he's like looking like that. I don't know what my problem is. I'm just not motivated. I can't get myself motivated. And I'm like, I wake up motivated, you know, ready to go, and I'm like, you know, and so I put my pen down. This is before the big computer age here, about 3 weeks ago for me. And I remember looking at this guy. I just paused for a little bit, realizing that your physiology, your body language actually causes your feelings to follow. So I remember leaning in towards him a little bit. And he's like, was laying down. He kind of leaned in as I leaned in, kind of a rapport thing. He was like, and I go, hey. I whisper like this, hey. He goes, what? And then at the top of my, this is horrible, at the top of my lungs, I'm leaning like this, and I say, sit up! And he's like, look, man, why did you, and he's sitting like this, what did you do? What? That is so rude, why'd you do that? He's like this, I said, do you feel motivated? I do, I feel motivated. Now when I begin to coach individuals and executive teams and different things, that's one of the truths that we have is how you do that. Showing up late or doing things in a half-hearted way. I'll bet you that shows up, that attitude and that approach shows up all over your life. Showing up on time, ready to rock and roll, ready to make a difference in this. That attitude is also showing up all over in your key relationships, in the opportunities, people wanting you to say, hey, come on board. That's showing up all over. How you do anything is how you do everything. Where do you want to land? What ladder do you want to climb? What wall do you want to be leaning against? Where do you want your life to go? You're setting that in motion right now in how you serve your customers, whatever they may be.
What Tim has re-energized me is to become a better leader. And I don't know if leader's the proper way, but maybe a better individual that can you guys can see that Mike's doing it this way. How can I also help as collectively as a team? And so it was a wow moment for me because what Tim has done, I think, has exposed attributes that we all have embedded in us, right? And that's why we all go and we help people, right? We help them in different ways, either through charity work or through mission work or families. We kind of forget about that, right? We get caught up in work and we're in IT and it's always impossible. And I'm preaching way too much, but this was another thing that I wrote down because I believe in this. It's a defining moment for me in this company right here.